Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. It's the Caring for Creatures show on the I Love Seaville Network. It's a pleasure to be with you on a gorgeous Thursday. It's summertime, so I think the weather is certainly very tolerable for the start of August. My name is Jerry Miller. This program spotlights caring for creatures, an animal sanctuary for more than 30 years that has been saving the lives of the most at-risk animals up and down the eastern seaboard. This sanctuary, located in Fluvanna County, is a vision and a labor of love for Mary Birkholz. She's the president and founder of Caring for Creatures. She will join us in a matter of moments. My colleague, Judah Wickower, who's a producer on this program, is currently in the process of pinning a donation link in the comments section on all the Facebook pages where you're watching this program. We encourage you to get involved with Caring for Creatures and donate to this fabulous organization. Harris Tolber, another one of our colleagues, is the director of this program, a key component of the show. Harris, on that note, why don't we go to the two-shot and welcome Mary to the show. Good afternoon, Mary.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great.
Good. How about we start with your notebook, and it looks like it's chock full of items here.
I always have it full of items for everybody.
What is on your agenda?
Okay, well, first start out thanking Pet Supplies Plus here in Charlottesville for their sponsorship. Also, they have their ongoing Redford Naturals dog and cat dry food. Buy a 5-pound bag or bigger for Caring for Creatures, and everything else in your basket, you get 10% off. So can't go wrong with that. They'll let us know of your donation, and we pick it up.
Love it.
Charlottesville Veterinary Hospital, they have a summer food drive going on right now. Will benefit Caring for Creatures and the Fluvanna SPCA. So I encourage you to take a bag or cans of food over to the hospital, and they'll divvy it up between both of us, and our kitties and dogs will be much better off. Okay. And Happy Tales, also a pet food location in Fluvanna County near Lake Monticello. We thank you for all your support. We have a couple of, the crazy July is over, and by the way, I thank Patty and Animal Connections for the Christmas in July. She sent me a note earlier today. Looks like there's going to be around 1,000 pounds of food.
She talked about that yesterday on her show. She's watching right now, Patty Bowden.
Hey, Patty.
Almost 1,000 pounds of food.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, how exciting.
What kind of impact does that have?
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah?
Absolutely huge. We spend every month probably in total around $1,500 in both dog and cat food. So anything that we get donated, those dollars can go someplace else.
Love it.
So thank you to everyone who participated, and a special thank you to Patty and her staff over at Animal Connection. We have coming up this month, August 19th, the Dual Chef Showdown.
Yes.
Monday, the 19th, there's a 6 p.m. and an 8 p.m. seating. It's over at the Tin Whistle, right across from the Market Street Garage here in Charlottesville. Great fun event. I connected with the Tin Whistle earlier today. They do still have some seats. So go to the Dual Chef Showdown. The featured chefs will be John Shaughnessy of the Commonwealth and Chris Humphrey from Fellini's.
That's right.
The common food is coffee.
Ooh.
So what they're going to do with that, I have no clue, but I know it'll be good. I can tell you that. And Caring for Creatures launched a special end-of-summer fundraiser 2 days ago, and with a little bit of a bittersweet happening. Tulip, who's the mama dog of the litter we've focused on recently, and I'm sure you've probably seen their pictures. We had a couple of them here. And Mama Tulip, once we pulled her from her puppies and we started trying to build her up, suddenly stopped eating, and we did some blood work, and her kidney values were elevated. Got her into the hospital right away. She remained on fluids and antibiotics for 3 days in the hospital. The redo of the blood work sadly didn't improve. The readings were the same, and we knew at that point her kidneys had shut down. So kidneys don't regenerate, so we really had no option except to let Tulip go. So Tulip was going to be our spokes dog for the fundraiser, but we're continuing on with it, and all the gifts given are going to be in honor of Tulip. So
Her legacy continues.
Her legacy continues. Her puppies are wonderful and healthy. She gave it all to them, and so they're going to carry on her goodwill to wherever they go. So the summertime is tough for us. I know you've probably heard me say that before. Everything slows down, at least with regards to donations. Animals in need of help does not slow down, and you'll be seeing some of the kittens shortly that are just part of that group in need of help. So we sort of need your help to get through these dog days and cat days of summer. And you will find information on our website, caringforcreatures.org. Also, there is a fun website that also features this campaign, the Giving Grid. And it's really kind of neat because you can, with your gift, upload a picture or sign your name in a grid square, and the dollars will go, and of course we'll get those through PayPal. So, or you can mail a check as well. So the information's on our website. So we hope you'll participate.
So far, a good start. Much more needed. The goal is 7,500 through the Giving Grid. Right now, just under 2,000. So we are grateful for the start.
Absolutely.
Long ways to go.
Yeah.
Support Caring for Creatures and continue Tulip's legacy.
Absolutely.
She certainly has been spotlighted on this program, a few episodes.
Yeah.
And her puppies were on set, two of her puppies on set last week
Right.
with Mallory, who's the adoption coordinator. I know this is a tough time.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Often the final decision to let an animal go falls on my shoulders.
Right.
And so, of course, I have great folks like Marty Betts at Charlottesville Veterinary Hospital who give you all the information that you need. But after all these years, I know with kidney things, there's nothing else you can do. It's a part of rescue, it's a part of rescue. We hate seeing it. It just a little bit took us by surprise, because most of what we saw in her, we see in many mama dogs who were neglected and not healthy when they gave birth. So, we felt by pulling her early, we would have more time to build her system up. But, it wasn't to be. So, like I said, she's got great puppies, and they're all going to carry forward with her wonderful personality and a whole lot of strength of spirit.
I certainly believe in a higher power, and I think it's no
Absolutely.
coincidence that within less than 2 months of her passing, 6 healthy puppies were birthed.
That's right.
And
Absolutely.
6 healthy puppies that are adorable and would make for incredible additions to any family.
Absolutely. And, they're online. Call us, email us if you have any questions or you might be interested. Get an application in. They're a great mix, hound mix of sorts, and they'll be decent-sized dogs as adults. But they'll be, I feel, great family companions. So.
I totally agree. Caring for creatures means a lot to all of us. Certainly a lot to what we're doing here at I Love Seville. We have pinned the adoption link in the comments section on the Facebook pages that you're watching this show on. We encourage you to tap that adoption link and realize that every dollar helps an organization that has more than 30 years of longevity, saving some of the most at-risk animals up and down the East Coast, and located right here in Central Virginia and Fluvanna County. Now, Mary, you have welcomed 2 fabulous
Yes.
people to the show.
Absolutely.
Introduce us to
Yes.
our guests.
Okay, so we have Cindy Booker and John Sanders, who are our volunteer cat specialists, we're calling them. They come out to the sanctuary several times a week. I don't even know if I know all the days, but I can say to you on Mondays, they're out. And in addition to socializing the kitties, they help with dishes on Mondays, and they can confirm to you just how many dishes there are. There are huge numbers of cat and dog bowls that need to be cleaned every day, and they help out and do that on Monday, which then helps me with staffing, and I can shift a staff person to go do something else. John and Cindy, both, they have this kind of goal with kitties, and I'll let them go into it in real detail, that kitties who are extremely frightened, terrorized when they get to us, just non-social. And they work very hard to socialize them, and I think there's several that John focused his energies on, and they've been adopted. And there's 3 that, once we get into it, that they would like to feature today for adoption. But we'll get to that.
I have tremendous respect for anyone who allocates their most precious commodity, which is their time, to anything of a noble cause, and certainly animals and kittens that are, I guess you would say, some of the most at risk. Before we get into this passion and this pursuit, perhaps you can introduce to the viewing public who you are, your passions, your hobbies, and your interests.
My name is Cindy Booker. I have been volunteering at Caring for Creatures for 3.5 years. But before that, I was a supporter and a sponsor of cats for a long time. I'm not even sure how long. But now that I have free time, I like to devote several days a week to those animals. They need us.
Absolutely.
We need them.
Yeah, I love that.
They do need you.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
they need people.
Yeah.
I love that. John, your thoughts?
I'm John Sanders, and I've been volunteering for almost 3 years now. And Cindy and I have been, like she said, we've been sponsors of several kitties for many years now. And when Cindy started doing dishes a few years ago, it's like, well, I'll come down and help you. And so
He didn't know what he was
I didn't
getting
know what I was getting into.
And here he is, in front of 6 cameras.
And now I'm in front of camera. That's a lot here. It's the people down there, the animals, but the people down there are absolutely wonderful because they all love animals as much as we do. And you can see it with the way they interact. It's not a job for them, it's a passion. And I think that speaks highly of the people that Mary gets into her organization. They give everything they can to those animals.
I totally agree. We've been working alongside Mary and Caring for Creatures for about almost 8 years.
Yeah, probably.
Harris, I think, says it best, a living saint when discussing Mary.
Yes.
And I think she really, that energy is passed along to the folks in her ecosystem through tireless efforts. Why don't I throw this to you, since you went first last time? What is it that you enjoy or find fulfilling through your time at Caring for Creatures?
Like Mary alluded to earlier, just the ones that they come in. The first one I'll mention is Pete, and his owner passed away, and he was brought in scared to death. Great big, beautiful, black, orange cat.
Yeah.
And just would sit in the back of his cage and just snarl and swat at you and everything. And I just would sit in front of his condo and just talk to him, and then start opening the cage and slowly put my hand in. Got smacked many times, but you just don't give up. And then he started coming down as I would give him a little food, and then he would start coming down. And Mary made a suggestion one day, because I couldn't quite get him out of his condo. And I'll never forget, she said, bring one of the carts over, put a towel down, and put his food bowl out. And I did that, and it took a while, many visits down there, but then he started coming out. And then he came, after weeks and months, he became a absolute adorable lap kitty. And that was my first one that I really worked with. And he got adopted to a wonderful family in Northern Virginia, I believe.
Yeah, you're right.
And we've seen some pictures.
Yeah.
We'd love to see more pictures
Yeah,
of him.
yeah,
I
we
hope
always,
he's doing well.
we don't
but,
get enough. We're always picture hogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
We put so much into them. We love these animals, and we would
Yeah.
love to know how their stories are, that they are doing as well as we hope they are.
I love that. Love that answer. So
it's-
genuine. I think that right there is a perfect sizzle reel. That we cut highlight clips from the show, and we can start that highlight clip with Cindy's answer all the way through John's second answer there, Harris. Same question for you, Cindy. What do you find fulfilling from your volunteership here?
It is the interaction with the cats. When I first started, and there were so many animals, it was a little bit overwhelming. But if you just spend time with them, you realize that they crave attention. They, want people to visit them. They are happy to see you, and if they don't feel good, then you're there, and you can let somebody know that they are not well. When I branched out into other areas, in different rooms, I was able to visit and interact with the leukemia cats, FIV cats, and they are the most
Aren't they amazing?
They are
those
the
groups.
friendliest.
Yeah.
cats in those
Yeah.
rooms. They
Yeah.
just love visitors. They have they can have a lot of health problems, but they, do.
They don't know there's anything wrong with
No,
them. They're
they-
just happy
They
beings.
keep going,
Yeah.
and then when you lose someone, it really hurts. But you just keep going back because you're doing
Yeah.
a good job for them.
I can feel your emotion and authenticity, like right here.
Yeah, it can be tough when you lose a friend, but
And that's how you
It
were
is.
feeling with Tulip.
Absolutely. And as many years as I have done this, and most of the time for me, because there's so much happening on a daily basis, weekly basis, and you take the time you need to take with an animal when it's their time to leave, and if at all possible, any animal that we're having to let go, there is always a staff person or a favorite volunteer with them when they leave. So there's always someone they know with them. Often when life is nutso, and it often is, you have to compartmentalize, if you will, I guess, and take that grief
As
and set
motivation.
it aside
Yeah.
sometimes and plow forward because there's 200 other animals that are in need. There was something about Tulip, and I'm hearing it from some of our other dog volunteers who met her, knew her, and I think it's when an elder animal has lived a long life and it's their time to leave, it is sad, and it's sad to say farewell. But when it wasn't on the radar, and she was not that old. So when that surprise hits you, it's a little harder. And I found myself, grieving beyond what I normally allow myself to do. So she was an amazing dog, a brave dog. Every time I looked at her, her eyes would tell me, I've had a tough life, but I'm so grateful for your help. Both messages were coming from her. And you find that with many of the animals. You see it with the cats, are not always as...
Liberty.
Exactly, Liberty. Tell them about Liberty.
Liberty was a mother cat. She had several kittens, but someone had injured her with a BB gun. So she had
Numerous pellets were in her.
she had some
Spinal
problems.
rear
and
end weaknesses.
Her back legs didn't work very well. But she, had her kittens, and she was at the sanctuary. And at first, she couldn't get around at all. She could barely get to her litter box or food dish. But after
Working
a
with her,
while,
yeah.
she was able to, she was amazing. She
adapted, and she was very
She
fast
could-
about
she-
getting
Yeah,
around
she
that
could
room.
really get
could
around that kitchen.
on her, good front legs and her injured back legs, and she was really,
How'd that make you feel?
that was a good feeling. She, was an inspiration.
She didn't give up.
She
Yeah.
didn't give up.
I love that. I love that so much. Talk to us about the love for cats and kittens. Talk to us how that was developed, the foundation.
Well, I'll tell how we got together.
Yes, please. I'd love to hear that.
Well, our first date down at Cindy's house, she had 2 cats.
Okay.
And one of them came out. Pootie came out.
Pootie?
Pootie and Pumpkin.
Okay.
And Pootie came out, and Cindy was like, yeah, he'll always come out. But she said, Pumpkin's really shy. Pumpkin won't come out. You probably won't see her tonight. 2 minutes later, Pumpkin was in my lap. And I told Cindy that's what sealed it. It's like, when he saw a Pumpkin
That was a
in my
test.
lap,
Yeah,
I passed the Pumpkin test.
Harris like that. What do you remember about that date?
I do remember, because Pumpkin was a tortie, and torties are,
Yes.
they have their quirks, and she was pretty shy. She was a stray that had come into my yard, and, I fed her, and she stayed with us. But after that, I knew he was okay, because Pumpkin said he was,
And 30 years
could be
later, we're still
trusted.
together.
30 years later, that's awesome. After the first date, how soon did you guys marry?
the next year.
Okay, soon.
Yes.
Very nice. That is a great story.
Yeah.
Mary, what do you think about
I love
this?
that.
Me too.
You always believe the animals when they give you a
Oh, they
sign.
know.
They know.
Yeah.
You
Quicker than
know,
humans most
quicker
times.
most of the time,
Yeah.
yeah. And I absolutely believe that, because I've seen animals go up to someone, whereas in the past they'd been shy of most people, and I go, okay, that tells me something about you. And I love that, because it's always true. The animals know.
Xander McNeish, welcome to the program. Thank you for watching. Susan's watching in South Carolina. She says, I love this show. Keep up the great work. We have a lot of folks watching. We have this comment from Sandy Van Nostrand for you guys. Thank you both for supporting the kitties. I'm truly grateful. Buddy Woodward, thank you all for what you do for the cats and dogs. Thank you for sharing your stories. Caring for creatures has the highest of standards in compassion. How about that topic? When you go to this sanctuary, it's like an oasis, kind of like a Mecca. It's in the heart of Fluvanna. These animals are given another shot, maybe a second, maybe a third shot, maybe a last shot at life. And just like the positive energy that's out at Caring for Creatures. Can I throw that to you?
Oh, there's so much positive energy. You go into the rooms and I just sit on the floor and let the cats come to me. And like I said, it goes through the people that are there and all the animals that are there. And I wish I had more time that I could spend down there. I hate getting up and going from one room to the other, because I don't feel like I have enough time to give to them. But you have to try to spread as much as you can in the time we are there. And they give back as much as
Yeah.
we try to give them.
Yeah, and it's, if you interact with animals, you can feel your blood pressure is dropping.
Totally agree with
Yeah.
that.
It's a relaxing experience. You can forget the stress and just hang out with the animals. And
And
people always say, well, if I did that, I would want to take them all home. But, you can't take them all
Right.
home.
we want to bring a few home, but we already have 3.
You have 3 cats?
We have 3
Wow.
cats.
Yeah, so they were, rescues, and one was abandoned in our neighborhood, so we took him in. But, some of them, this is the only home they've ever known, and it's their sanctuary.
And they're treated well. They're fed. They're medical needs are met. And it may be their last stop, but it's going to be a good last stop. They're not going to be out running in the woods being attacked by other animals and things.
Or left unfed, or in
Right.
terrible
Left
weather.
unfed, yes, and they are inside where it's warm in the winter and cool in the summer. And the one really neat thing that a lot of people may not know, that the kitties are not in condos. Most of them are running around in different rooms. There's what,
Six
seven, eight-
rooms at the
six
scratching
rooms
post and 2 at
and
the
two
other
up-
building.
So 8
Yeah.
rooms, and all of them have outdoor areas
Porches.
that they're able to go into. And it's great in the springtime and the fall, and even, their winters normally aren't that cold, to go outside with them and to sit out there, and like Cindy said, your blood pressure just lowers. You're sitting outside. It's beautiful views out where
Yeah.
Mary has. And you sit out there and just let the kitties just climb all over you.
I can relate firsthand to
Yeah.
that. This is, and I'll tell you an anecdote. This is a family business. These guys' family, my wife's in this business, and it's tough being a small business owner. Every day is a different day. We brought Liza, who you met, Liza the dog,
Yes.
who's under his desk right now. And she's a Caring for Creatures rescue. And as soon as she came into the office, no doubt the mood just got a little bit more like calm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was a testament to Liza, like you're saying with cats. This is gonna make you feel good, Mary.
Oh, gosh, I'm grateful for all that they're saying, because it's always been my goal to create that. And I know the animals need it, but I also know the humans need it. So it's sort of a refuge for all of us. And to see transformations in cats that they have worked with, for me, is like amazing. And the one, Pete, that John mentioned, anyone looking at that cat in his condo when he first got there would have walked away and said, no way in hell is that cat being adopted. And he's, he just needed to trust. He needed to trust that one more time. And they provided the human and the time to make that happen. And there's one of the cats, we have a couple videos too, but those are of Crazy Kittens. But there's one that reminds me of Pete, and I think, Harris, you have a picture over there of Clark Kent.
Clark Kent.
And that is related to Superman. And I'll never forget the day that Clark Kent came to the sanctuary some years ago. He was probably born in 2010, but he was an adult when we got him. But the individual who rescued him, he had appeared in her yard in Maryland. And he was bothering her indoor kitties, in the sense they didn't like him out there. So she trapped him, put him in the car, a wonderful supporter of Caring for Creatures for many years. I didn't know she was coming, but she shows up one day with this monster in this trap. And you want to talk about aggressive. This cat was going after us, and I mean, seriously. And I said to staff, okay, I said, none of you are touching that cat right now. We somehow got him transferred into a slightly bigger dog crate. And what we ended up doing, because he was so aggressive and he would not have hesitated to bite us any number of times, we took him right to the vet where he could be sedated and then tested and vaccinated and neutered and all that stuff. And that's what we did. And then we got him set up in one of our large condos, and it took a lot of treats, a lot of patience, a lot of eye blinking, which to a cat is a positive thing.
Sure.
And, well, so tell him about
His
Clark
friends.
Kent. He's wonderful, and I think he would make
I
a
got
great
in with
companion.
Clark after he had mellowed somewhat.
Yeah.
But Clark continues to he is the most gentle kitty. When I hear these stories about him, it's like, no, not Clark. I mean, he was in my lap this morning. We were down doing a few little maintenance issues.
Yeah.
And but we go over and spend time with some of them whenever we're there, and Clark just sits in your lap and just purrs and wants to be brushed and rubbed, and the most loving kitty. And when I hear these stories about the way he was
he was a
there's
monster.
A lot of time that y'all put in with him.
Yeah.
Well, we have one of the videos. Harris, do we have that video queued up? Okay, so here's the game plan. We'll throw the show to the director. We're going to play the videos that we have, and then he's going to count us out of the videos. And I think this one was filmed by, was it Mallory?
Yes.
Mallory, who just signed in. Welcome, Mallory. Thank you for passing along the video. Harris, I'll count you down from 3, and if you could cue that video up, sir, at your convenience. 3, 2, and 1, Harris. Absolutely adorable kittens right there, playing and having a good time. Mary, walk us through this video.
Okay, so the kittens you saw there in that cat condo, I'll tell you their names. Blue, Nigel, Pedro, Tiago, Jewel, and Baya. I am told from one of my staff, I think those are characters in a children's movie. She has a
Okay.
young son. So, but anyway, the mama is Tasha. Am I right?
Yes.
I got that right. Though she had those kittens in my office, she came pregnant and gave birth to them, and they stayed in my office for a period of time where there's no other kitties, just Grace, my office dog, and raised her kittens to a certain point, and then it was time, once they started munching food on their own, we moved them to the main office so more people could see them and interact. These are some of the most gorgeous kittens, and absolutely as sweet as their mom. And if kitten energy is not for you, then you should consider this mom if you're looking for a cat, because she's got the patience of a saint.
Yeah,
And
she's a sweet.
Sweet Tabby.
What do you think, Cindy?
I think those kittens are adorable. They are all very friendly, outgoing, love to play. Mama cat is a sweet cat.
You
If
play with
those-
these cats today.
Yes, we played with these cats this
Yeah.
morning while we were down there.
Yeah.
You can't go down there without playing with kitty cats. If the little kittens are there, you're going to play
Yeah,
with kittens.
you'd have to be just a monster to not, not want to
You
play
wouldn't
with
be coming
kittens.
down there.
But there are so many cute kittens
We have-
now. They are, all colors, all sizes, all personalities.
And all up for adoption.
I was
Yes.
just going to say that. You beat me to
looking
it.
for
Well played
homes.
right there. Jean has a message for you guys, and this was in response to wanting to take some of the cats home. She said, Cindy and John, there's always room for one more.
We've talked.
You have 3. You can go for it.
We have 3, but I think that's
Yeah.
it for now.
I totally understand.
But we go down, we have lots more down there that we go down, and those are our away kitties.
I love it. I love it. Harris Tolber, you have a second video that we're going to show you from Caring for Creatures. My friend, cue it up when you're ready. We'll count you down from 3, 2, and 1, Harris. Yes. Sure, yes, please do. We're going to cue that up. Margaret Matthews, welcome to the show. Let us know when you have that ready to go. We've pinned the adoption link into the comment section. So if you guys could if you could donate through that donation link
Yes.
in the comment section, that would mean the world to us. And we're about to queue up another video for you. All right, thank you, Harris. Fabulous video right there. If you can't get a smile from watching that, I don't know what's going to bring a smile to your face then. Mary Birkholz.
Absolutely.
We have kittens running around and just enjoying life at CFC here.
So those three are slightly older than the kittens in the first video. And there's another three that came in with them. All six were trapped over at the Fluvanna High School area, the concession stand, and brought over. And of course, there's that time frame where we have to worm them and test them, and they need their vaccines before they can go in with the little older adult cats. So they have just been in this larger space where they can run their energy out for just a few days, I think now. So.
And run they do.
And
Yeah,
run they
they-
do, yeah. They just,
They moved in there Monday, and
Monday,
we let
yes.
them out of their condo Monday afternoon, and
and it was hell on wheels for
they were
everybody.
excited.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, it is fun to watch. And so they also are available for adoption. Beautiful grays and
Beautiful black ones.
beautiful
They're
solid black, I think, or most solid black. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous. And their fur is very like rabbit-like fur. They're just amazing. Absolutely
The
amazing.
black ones are they're unique looking. They're not just the normal
Yeah.
looking black kitty kind, and they're just so sweet.
I love it. I love it. You guys have made a fantastic show. We'd like to throw kind of like a closing word for you to go in any direction you want. John, why don't we start with you?
Oh, okay. Well, to the audience out there, if you have a few hours that you can give, just come down and sit with the kiddies. You'll get as much out of it as the animals will get out of it. I will guarantee that you'll have so much fun just coming down, and you don't have to come in any set hours or days. You can just come and give what you can give. If it's 2 hours or 3 days a week, just anything you can give will help the animals out down there. And we need more people to come in and play with the kitty cats.
Yep.
It's a hard job to come in and play with so many kitty cats. It's so hard.
I know, you feel guilty. You
Yeah, I
say,
do.
what do you do? I play with cats.
I go down and we play
Tough.
with cats.
It's a hard job.
Someone's got to do it.
That's right.
But
How
if
about
you
you?
saw the dishes they did,
Yeah.
they earn it. They
There
earn
are
it.
a lot of food dishes.
Cindy, how about a closing word for you?
Okay, well, if you aren't in the market for a kitten, there are a lot of more mature cats that are,
And
perfect. And with the older cat, you know what you're getting, you know their personality, their quirks.
And if I can
And-
throw in one other way you can help out is that Cindy and I do, since we can't bring any more home, we sponsor 2 cats.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
good
And so
idea.
those are
Absolutely.
our CFC cats down there,
Yeah.
Calliope and
Bandit.
Bandit.
Yeah.
And so those are 2 that we sponsor, and those are our CFC cats. And so that's a way, some people are in apartments and they can't have cats,
Sure.
but they love cats. And so this is a way you can
Help one out.
help one out and come
Yep.
down and play with it and consider it your cat.
Absolutely.
You have done, John Sanders and Cindy Booker, a fabulous job on the program. It was just absolutely pleasant to chat and have you on the show.
Well, thank you
Thank you.
for doing this for us.
Thank you for coming on the program. Mary, your thoughts?
Well, I thank John and Cindy and the time and effort and good vibes they hand out while they're there. And I'll add just a quick thing about John. He catches snakes too.
Oh,
He helped us catch a big black snake headed right into a dog's pen, and she probably would have killed it. So we try to save them.
black snakes are good snakes.
They're good snakes.
Yeah.
So it was a pretty good sized one, but we caught
10
him in.
feet.
Yeah.
Wow.
We
That's
caught him in our
fantastic.
net and took him down to the woods and said, please stay over there. Anyway, thank you everyone who participates in whatever way you do. I sure hope you'll take a look at the information about our summer fundraiser that is honoring Tulip. Your support means the world to all of the animals at CFC, and it does save lives.
Yes, it does.
Truly, truly saves lives.
We've pinned the donation link in the comment section. Please donate. The show will be archived on caringforcreatures.org. We encourage you to follow them on Facebook, where you could watch kitty videos like this and brighten your day. We will archive the show on iloveseville.com and also put it on our podcast. So if you'd like, you can put your earbuds in and listen to the audio from the show or stream it to your car. Caring for Creatures for more than 30 years has been Central Virginia's first no-kill animal sanctuary. And in the summer months, CFC needs your help more than ever. There's a donation link in the comment section and also on the menu bar at caringforcreatures.org. For Mary and John and Cindy, this is the Caring for Creatures show, Thursdays at 3 o'clock on the I Love Seville network. We will see you next week. Enjoy your afternoon. Good work. Nicely done.
Very good.
You did a very good job. Thank you.
Thank you. That was fun.
It was fun. We have one more big task.